Ever since the Bronze Age, shipping has been a competitive business. And that's certainly true in today's economic climate, which makes it all the more interesting that two well-established competitors work together with the Port of Los Angeles to form an alliance that's truly unique, if not unprecedented. During his trade mission last December in Korea, Los Angeles Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa signed a memorandum of understanding with California United Terminals, also known as CUT, a wholly owned subsidiary of Hyundai Merchant Marine that sets the stage for the company's future significant expansion in the Port of Los Angeles. But what made this all possible was the highly innovative agreement forged between CUT and APM Terminals, a division of the Maersk Line and one of the world's leading terminal operators.
I think the exciting thing about here is that you are standing on the largest terminal operation in North America. This is a full-service terminal, and we have probably one of the largest on-dock rail yards in the U.S., so we can handle well in excess of 1 million lifts, and we can handle the largest ships in the business.
California United Terminal's been in the San Pedro Bay since in the early 20s. We currently provide services for HMM, APL and MOL, and their respective client base.
As operator of one of the largest proprietary terminals in the U.S., APM Terminals had the capacity to meet its goal at its Pier 400 facility in Los Angeles. CUT also had expansion goals in the L.A. market and wanted to solidify its long-term aspirations at the nation's largest trade gateway. APM Terminals and CUT discussed their common goals and began exploring possibilities. Working with the Port of L.A., the two organizations forged an agreement that would allow CUT to operate independently on a portion of Pier 400. In making the deal, both companies immediately benefited from discounted rates realized by additional volumes. CUT also began to reap the benefits of APM Terminals on Dock Rail Facility, one of the largest in the U.S.
The thing that was different about this is that California United Terminals has its own dedicated berth, it has its own dedicated equipment, and it has its own dedicated container yard area. So you have these two terminal operators operating totally independently in the same terminal space.
Because of the impact of the economic situation globally, we now have excess capacity. And so we were able to find a unique way to bring in someone to help us take on some of that excess capacity.
Initially, when APMT came to us with this idea, our role was to look at the contract that we had with APMT and say, could it be done? How could it be done? And how can we facilitate this?
We moved over here in a 3-month period, realized with the teams working together that we had a common goal of a partnership to make this whole thing work.
To help ensure the smoothest transition possible, the Port of L.A. worked closely with both organizations to address an array of important needs, ranging from gate operations, road access, signage, and more.
The Port of L.A. was very helpful in the process. They saw the synergy from the onset. So during the transition period, they helped expedite the approval of the sublease agreement and also permitting that we needed to expand office space, etc.
And then they came to the table to help us get the deal done. And then they supported us with, with the engineering department and other departments to help figure out how we can bring on a whole nother terminal operation on the same footprint. We had a lot of support by them, but it all started with them being open-minded to a new idea in tough times.
There was certainly a sense of urgency. Both Hyundai and APMT had a period of time in which they wanted to accomplish this. And for us, as a governmental agency, I'd call this warp speed. And within really a 2-month period, finalize all of the contract issues, finalize all of our agreements with each of the two companies, and then put this in front of our board.
And the benefits are not only for today, but for many years to come. That's because a major part of the historic agreement enabled APM Terminals to transfer its facility expansion option to CUT. It did. And CUT will become the operator of a future Pier 500 development, a 200-acre landfill proposed at the southeast end of Pier 400.
Yeah, we're excited about the development of Pier 500. This facility will be a fully automated facility. It'll be using state-of-the-art, environmentally friendly equipment and will be set up to handle the company's future growth.
California United Terminals has been really a great partner. We're in a fortunate situation that we're able to find a partner to come in and take advantage of some of the excess capacity we had. And for us, they're our partner, and we're glad to have them on board.
Working with APMT couldn't be smoother. We've got two very independent operators working side by side and running their own operations without issue.
APMT realized that they could use our help, and given we had such a short time frame to get this done, they were great to work with. Hyundai was great to work with. We sat in rooms, we talked about how things could be done. This new partnership between those entities created a great sense of partnership within the three entities, including the port, about what we would do together to make things happen.
When completed, Pier 500 will be designed to meet CUT's long-term needs at the nation's largest trade gateway. Put it all together, and the innovative agreement between APM Terminals, California United Terminals, and the Port of Los Angeles is a success story that has everyone involved feeling like a winner.